What is going on, guys? It's Chris Leo here with the Leading Agent team at Status 5 Studio, and today what I wanted to talk with you a little bit about was how to grow your database. People come to us a lot and they're kind of confused about this, and many times it's just new agents that are asking, how they can grow their database, and sometimes it's seasoned ones. But the key thing and the point that I really want to drive home is you have to have a database. Especially if you're a new agent. If you don't have a database and people don't really know you're in the real estate industry and you're not doing something to reach out to people regularly, you're basically a secret agent. That's not going to help you grow your business at all. So what we found when we start talking with people is not that they haven't tried to put together a database, or not that they don't want to or understand that it's important. It's just that people haven't told them how to do it. So today what I thought I would do is share a few simple things with you so you could build your database. Numero uno. The very first thing you want to do is you just want to start by opening up Microsoft Excel. This is where you basically want to do a data dump, and you're going to just get out every person you can think of to put in a database as your initial working database. Now, the first thing you need to do is make sure that you set up your columns so you have enough slots for all the information. The main ones, of course, that you're going to want are first name, last name, address, city, state, zip, cell phone, home phone, business phone, possibly business name, or maybe spouse or partner name. Those are the key ones. And of course, contact type, because you want to categorize all these people how you know them. Those would be the main ones, I'd say. And then after that, you could even add more, like maybe kids' names or birth dates, whatever kind of information. But the idea is, don't get too mired down in all the details and think, I can't get like birth dates for everybody, so I'm just going to stop. Start with what you have. You could start here. And again, remember, this is just your initial working database. Once you have this into a system and you're starting to go and you're marketing and you're calling people and following up with them and getting more and more in touch with them, you can fill in some of those blanks, such as birthday or kids' names, for instance. That will all come with time. The important thing is you want to just do a full data dump, and you really want to think of everybody you can think of that you come across in your day-to-day life. What do I mean by everybody? Here's a brief list of what I would do if I was going to set up my own database. I'm going to brainstorm. I'm going to think of everybody I can think of. And I'm going to start with my family and friends. This could be my brothers or sisters, my parents, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, my high school classmate friends that I still keep in touch with, my college roommates, my work friends from prior professions. Basically anybody you know that you're friendly with, that's who you're going to want to include. The second thing I'd look at would be any kind of service providers that I use. So this could be your dry cleaner, your hairdresser, your gardener or landscaper. Again, just people that you hire to do things, your auto mechanic. Get all those people that you know on this list and fill in their information so they can become part of your database as well. Third place I'd start is social media. Unless you've been living under a rock, you have social media accounts. All those social media accounts have big groups of people that you're friends with and that you converse with on a regular basis. Start going through those accounts and look down the list of all your friends and followers and start adding those people to your database as well. Granted, you're not going to have all of their information because it's a social media profile that you're pulling this stuff from. But the reality of the situation is Americans, and just as human beings in general on social media, we all overshare. So just click on that profile button for them. You'll be able to look and see they've probably got their cell phone number, and some people, believe it or not, even their home address on there, as well as their email and other obvious things that would be on a social media profile. So I think you'll find within no time you'll be able to piece that together enough that you can weave these people into your database and make useful contact with them. And the last group that I would add to my database when I'm starting to do my data dump is probably going to be the most difficult one for you. A lot of times people think that, I shouldn't bother this group of people. I'm just going to leave it alone. But the reality is you have to. And this group that I'm talking about is your sphere of influence. This is a critically important group. These are people that you know, and they could be friends, colleagues, family members, association or club members that you know for I don't know, PTA or various other things that you belong to, Kiwanis, Lions Club, for instance. These people, the reason they're so important is because of the close relationship you have with them, and specifically because you know that these people would be a great source of referrals for your business. Here's the thing about real estate. It's a referral business. Studies have shown that if you ask your sphere of influence for referrals, there's a 90% likelihood that they're going to try and seek out a referral for you. It's this thing that we have ingrained in us as humans. We just want to do favors for people, or we want to try to please people. These people know you and they like you, and so you ask for a referral, and they're going to try to do that for you. Here's the catch, though. They will only do it if you ask them to. If you don't ask them to, they're not going to give you referrals. The general public really is clueless about the fact that real estate is a referral business. So you need to take your time and make sure you really build out the sphere of influence section on your Excel spreadsheet when you're doing this initial data dump. So once you've gone through this exercise, you should have on your database around 200 records. If you don't worry. What I would suggest, though, is you start over and go back through this process, except open up your filter a little larger. Take anyone and everyone that you can get contact info for that you know. The idea here is you want to start with a very solid base. And then from there, it will grow, or you will remove people. And databases, they become a living, breathing thing. So don't worry, just remember it's a numbers game. You want to start out with around 200 names. And the living, breathing part of the database that I was just describing, that's actually a super, super important thing. You see, realtors are mobile professionals. You're out and about all the time, shooting around, meeting with people, taking notes on the fly, on your phone in the car, in and out of meetings. There is no real downtime for you. You wear all the hats and everything is dependent upon you. So because of that, what you really need is, once you have this database, you need to put it into some sort of system that's conducive to the way that you're conducting your business. So namely, it needs to be able to be mobile. It needs to sync across all your devices, whether it's your laptop, maybe you have a desktop in your office, you've got your mobile phone, your iPad or tablet. Everything needs to talk to everything else, because if you're on the run and you update something in one spot, odds are, even if you put in your head and repeat over and over, don't forget to update that record when I get to the office, don't forget to update that record, you're going to forget. The way to fend off having a broken database and having to start all the way over and clean everything up again is to start off the right way the first time. Get your contacts in a system that can sync. The most obvious way to do this is a real estate CRM. I'm a little biased, of course, because we've partnered with Salesforce.com, and I think we have the best cloud-based real estate CRM on the planet. However, the fact is there's tons of real estate CRMs out there. So I would, if you're a new agent, I would advise looking and finding out what you're the most comfortable with and what you would be able to use every single day. Obviously, as a new agent, money is an issue, so you might have to go with something a little cheaper than you want to long term, just in the initial stages. Or maybe what you do is you just really work with something that's like free or freemium, like a Google Business Suite, and you're just using the contacts there for now because that'll sync to all your devices, and then later down the road you'll switch to a larger CRM product. Whatever you do, just definitely, make sure it syncs. For you veteran agents out there, you have to have a CRM. If you're not keeping track of your day-to-day conversations with people and your transactions, and you're just flying by the seat of the pants, you're just looking for something to catastrophically go wrong. So definitely check out a CRM, and again, no matter what, make sure that data is always in sync. If you keep that data in sync, you'll never have to go back and fix it. Nothing will ever slip through the cracks, and you're going to succeed. So that's all. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions about databases or are looking for new ways to try to spur maybe a stagnant database, my contact info is in the description below. So get after it, get out there, and make it the best day ever.